champion and reserve champion, and Division 4 champion and reserve champion. Let's rock and roll, boys and girls.
Well, it's been just an absolutely incredible dark cross show to work through up until this point. Ben and I are both pumped up to get these class winners back out here and work through these divisions. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. We think this has been just absolutely incredible. As we get into these lightweights, man, I think they're barrels that fit this particular weight. They're the right kind, and maybe I got just ahead of myself a little bit. Hey, this has been a dang good show. It's tough to win your class at San Antonio. Let's give these three young people a big round of applause. But there's one to us that sets kind of the mold for what we want to do. One that is so good looking ahead of his blade. He's heavy structured. He has a decided advantage when you get right on top of him in terms of just shape and spread up high. I think the most impressive view of this Barrows when you get right in behind him, study the spread to his dew claws, the way he uses his rear foot. He shows you his entire heel and rear foot as he goes away. That's not easy to do on one with that many extras. We think this one sets the precedent for where we want to be in terms of a lightweight barrel as we continue to work through these. Young man right here in front of me, he's got him. Congratulations. We drop young ladies second place out here, and it comes down to the two off-belted ones. I think they're really similar in terms of type and kind, just in terms of where they're at from a silhouette, where they're at from a design standpoint. Both of them proportioned very, very well from the side. Both of them utilize their skeleton with reach and comfort. We think there's one of them that's just way stouter featured. That's the young lady's second place barrel. That's your reserve division.
Well, that concludes your Division 1 dark crossbred barrows. Now we're moving on to our Division 2, which is our classes, well, let me do some math here. Classes 4, 5, and 6, which would be classes 56, 57, and 58. That will make up your Division 2 dark crossbred barrows.
Well, I'm going to continue to ask you to do it as we go through these divisions because I said a moment ago, man, it's not easy to win anywhere. It is especially not easy to win your class at San Antonio. Let's put your hands together. Congratulate these three young people out here. The three class winners come back out, and I think they all represent quality. There's one of them that is the epitome of what I think one needs to look like from the side view profile. So good about his head, so good about his arm, and to have that much and just be that flexible in terms of the way he reaches and goes. Study the way that this particular Barrow just uses his rear leg, man, the cushion to his lower joints, the bend to his hock, and just the way his rear skeleton functions, I think is incredibly good. You tweak him just a fraction at his knee when he comes right at you. That's getting real picky. A one we think's awfully good. Young lady right here's got your division champion. Young lady drops that second place out, and it comes down to him and the young lady there in the red, taking nothing away from the other individual out here. I think that's a really nice pig in his own right. I think there's maybe just more extras in terms of the two right here in front of me. The differences lie that I think there's one that's maybe just a little sharper everywhere. He's sharper from blade forward. He's got just a sharper edge when you get right on top of him. He's more appropriate in terms of just his front feet, and I think that allows him to just reach and go with more flex and authority out of his front skeleton. I think from there back, man, everything just fits and matches so good. I think what makes it close is this one right here is just absolute freak in terms of bone. So heavy boned. Again, there's some give and take between those two. We like the second place to be reserve division. Congratulations.
Well, that concludes Division 2. Now we're on to classes number 59, 60, and 61, which will make up your Division 3 dark crossbred Barrows here at the San Antonio Market Show. And once again, we have 4 divisions, so we're on our third of 4 divisions. And at the conclusion of our 4th division, we will move into the overall selection of our champion and reserve champion, dark crossbred Barrow. Once again, my name is Landon Rohde, and I'm joined by my father, Wayne Rohde. It's been a fun past 2 days getting to talk on a mic. Hope you guys' ears aren't burning, and I hope you don't have it on mute totally. But I will tell y'all it has been a lot of fun, and we will see y'all for Wave 2 as well. I want to give a shout out to Taylor Fort Webcasting and their crew for giving us all a front row seat. Wherever you're watching, thank you for tuning in and supporting these kids. I want to give a shout out to all the paid staff members here at San Antonio that bring this vision to life, what we call the San Antonio Market Barrows Show, and beyond the Show Pig Ring, and the over 7,000 volunteers that make this show so special and run so well. Here we go. Here's all of our first places that make up the Division 3 dark crossbred Barrows. Here we go.
Well, I'll tell you what, never envisioned. I knew we were coming to San Antonio and knew it would be good. But I'm telling you what, I'm not a guy that likes to blow a lot of smoke. I think I tell it how it is. These dark cross barrows have been absolutely incredible. Let's give these 3 young ladies a nice round of applause. For Ben and I, it comes down to the 2 to my left right here, taking nothing away from the one that's just a freak in terms of bone. You certainly appreciate him for what he is. We've got to freshen him in terms of his shape and muscle up high. He maybe gets just a little coarser jointed when you get right in behind him. You come back and you study these 2 and you watch them come and go. I think there's maybe a slight advantage to the narrow-belted one in terms of stoutness of feature. You come to the off-belted one, and man, he is so good in terms of just his skeleton, the set and angle to his blade, the cushion to his front knee. You study him out of his hip and just his length of hip, the way he utilizes his rear skeleton, I think is all so good. You get right into him, and man, he is awesome caged. Just the outward turn and curvature to his forerib, I think, is incredibly good. Again, when you step back and just watch him come and go, I think there's one that just utilizes his rear skeleton so much better. Young lady in the purple there's got your division champion. Young ladies, wider belted one comes out, and man, that's a fresh ribbed, a good bodied one. I think those things bring him into contention. Again, it comes down to him, and then the narrow belted one. That narrow belted one, just in terms of proportionality, to me, his length of body is near perfect. He's stout about his head. He's big about his arm. Got a huge rear leg. He maybe you could make the argument that you could loosen him just a little bit out of his hip and rear leg, but I think he has so many advantages that he's the one we like next best. That's your reserve division. Congratulations.
That concludes our Division 3 selection for our champion and reserve of that division. We are now moving on to our final 3 classes of the 12 classes of dark crossbreds. All the first places of those last 3 classes will come out and round up our Division 4 selection of our champion and reserve champion Division 4 dark crossbred Barra. At the conclusion of this division, we're going to bring all the division champions of those 4 divisions out and select an overall dark crossbred Barra. This one's going to be fun to watch. Dad and I have been talking about these last 3 classes for a while, not to take anything away from those other ones. Once you get all those 4 divisions out, then you can really see them next to each other. But these 3 class winners in these last 3, man, I'm telling you, they were some complete horses out here. I know they're hogs, but you know what I mean. I can't wait to see what Mr. Hilty and Mr. Bubble think of these. Well, absolutely another just incredible kind of division. Before we get into this, let's put our hands together, congratulate the 3 young men, outstanding set of these heavyweights.
I mean, I'll tell you, I think these three are dang good. There's one of them that when we judged him in class and got finished up, I know we've got a lot of Barrows to see yet, but I told Ben I was absolutely in love. Man, this one does so many things for me. Skeletal quality, fresh backed, incredible kind of rib. Man, just one. He's so hard to poke a hole in, yet he brings so many extras to the table. I like this one a great deal. I think Ben does too. Young man right here's got him. Congratulations. Well, as we get ready to tie your reserve, taking nothing away from the young lady's second place, that's a really good pig in his own right. It comes down to the other two Barrows, and man, Ben and I, once again, in complete agreement as we come together and discuss these things. I think the differences within the two is when you get right on top of them. One of them is sharper about his edges. He's just more expressive in terms of his back shape and his muscle up high. I think the same Barrow, when you step off to the side of him and just watch him come and go, just stays more collected. He stays more comfortable. He just uses his hip and rear leg assembly with more authority. That's a young man's off belt. That's your reserve.
Well, that concludes our Division 4 selection of our champion and reserve champion Division 4 dark crossbred Barrow. You know, Dad and I are in complete agreement with Will and Ben on that hog, and I think everyone they picked so far. But I will tell you, I thought it was a one-horse race out there, and nothing to take away from those very competitive Barrows because they were all very, very, very good. I just couldn't seem to find a hole in that champion Division 4, Wayne, and I really think he's going to be in heavy contention for the overall selection of the dark crossbred Barrow here.
I think he is in the hunt. From the moment I saw that hog,
it's like, wow.
I said, well, he's definitely the class winner. What's going to try to compete against him in that class?
Well, and
you
like
get
Will
him out
said,
here into the championship drive here in the Division 4. He's got the biggest top and of any of those in that heavyweight division, and the biggest top in the dark cross show that I've seen. And
to be that mobile, Wayne,
and still be able to
that
move
much and so many extras, not just enough, he's got extra of enough and still made weight too.
Best way to describe this hog is, for us seeing him up close, he's a tank.
He is a tank. I would say he's a Ferrari or a Lamborghini with mud tires on. I don't know if that's even a thing or not. Probably not. But
never seen that.
He's got the wheels, he's got the power, and he's got the look. But you never really know. You can be high on a hog, and then you get all four divisions back out here and compare them all together at the same time simultaneously. I might be like, wow, I didn't realize how good that one was compared to these other ones, but I really think that Division 4 is pretty good.
I think, Landon, what you're going to find is that all of these three divisions are going to line up very similar. They're
in kind, yes.
Because I thought all three that he took
all four
that he took had a lot of openness behind that blade in that rib area with combined chest width and muscle.
I know Will and Ben are fixing to have a good time here in a minute. Here we go, y'all. This is the overall selection of the Supreme Champion and Reserve Supreme Champion of our dark crossbred Barrow here at San Antonio. This is the final thing we're going to do today, and we're going to have a 2-day break and then pick back up with Wave 2 on Wednesday and Thursday, followed by the overall selection of our market Barrows on Thursday. So looking forward to this. It's been a fun 2 days, and look forward to seeing everybody and hearing everybody on Wednesday and Thursday. Here we go in our final selection of our dark crossbred breed.
And it is the four winner, Wyatt Jacobs, making it out at that age.
You're right, Wayne. There's a lot of similarities between these four barrels.
That
here.
lightweight to me kind of replicates our heavyweight division quite a bit.
Even though he's a little bit smaller in kind, yeah. But I think
exemplifies him.
I'm pretty sure they already made the decision.
People got things to get on to, and I won't get real long-winded. I know we've got a whole nother wave to go through, but I know historically, talking to people and being here to visit, a lot of times people want to keep the good ones and maybe showing the second wave. I'm going to tell you, if that second wave is going to be substantially better than this, man, they got to pack a lunch, because I think there's four dang good dark cross barrows out here. Let's give these four young people a big round of applause. To get one to this point, Ben and I live it every day. Breeding pigs, it's not for the faint of heart. It can be incredibly frustrating, challenging, heart-wrenching. Man, to get these things to this point, the things that have to go right from the day they're born to now, I know we've sent some good ones back to the barn already. I know there's some people that are going to leave here disappointed. I get it, man. We live this every day. It is so hard to have them this good, as good as we think these four are. There's one of them that Ben and I are in complete agreement. We think he's really, really special. Young man right here's got him. Well, again, last time we'll take the microphone for today. Man, again, I've talked about the pigs enough, and I know a lot of people have scattered already. And but one thing I think we need to do before we finish this up, this is no small undertaking to put this show on and make it run so seamlessly. There's an army that works in the back here, up top, keeping things organized, keeping people fed lunch. And all those things go into making this such a special event. We need to give all those volunteers and people that make this thing happen a huge round of applause. Again, we think these are incredibly good. Started with a bang with the lightweight, and you continue to go. There's so many that have parts and pieces, the kind that Ben and I like. Man, I can't say enough about how incredibly good we think this has been. We thought that champion was extra special. We think there's another one, sharp-looking, big-chested, balanced, proportionality, maybe not just quite as woofy through his forerib and center portion of his body as what that champion is, but man, this is another just incredible kind of show barrel. Reserve heavy right there is going to be.
That concludes our dark bread cross barrow show. That was fun to watch, and even after the fact, Will and Ben made a point to go shake everybody else's hand that didn't get a piece of it, and that shows the integrity of these guys. Look forward to wave number 2, the light round.
Yeah, we really enjoyed this first wave. Really going to look forward to the second wave. There was no disappointments in quality here at San Antonio. It lived up to its expectations that they're known for, and we look forward to that second wave.
Over and out.
Thank you.